Oh, I see how you are, Gen Z. I do. I see exactly how you are. You're anti-bigot until it comes to age phobia on Tinder, all the dating sites, and IRL. You're greedy until I ask for the phone numbers of women, and yet you want to be my friend. Greedy much? This is why I'm not a Democrat or a Republican and identified with Bernie Sanders. Do you want me to bring up Luke 12:15, Christian? Where are the phone numbers at? Where are the women at? Greedy much? See in hell. I got things to do until you're not greedy little bigots. Ha ha ha, I see it, Gen Z honeys. You're anti-bigot until I bring up age phobia. You're anti-capitalist until I bring up the fact that I'm 20 years older than you. Like Bernie Sanders, Occupy movement, sympathies. So you're going to make this about money. My parents have money. I'll get it in 20 years. You really need to meet the future grandparents of your children. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being little bigots. What do I need to do to fetch you? Call you bitches? Okay, you're being bitches. Stop being bitches. Oh, my language is misogynistic. So your age phobia isn't bigoted? What would it take to get you to date a 40-year-old guy if you're 20? Lots of money? But you're anti-greed, anti-capitalism, pro-socialism, right? So you're going to maintain your bigotry based on the amount of money I have. This is 420 in my hand. It's legal, so it's Washington State and Spokane. I like sharing. Where are the women at, though? In your phones. Guys, or like, you women are only going to talk to me when you have boyfriends. You're going to dude me, huh? I don't want your money, I want your phone number so I can have a girlfriend one day. You're not going to hook me up? Well, why the hell are you talking to me when you have a boyfriend? I'm not your fucking therapist. I hope it gets better for you. That's all you get. What's your phone number?
How's it going, man?
Yeah. Like, when it comes to my friends, I would say on the internet, these are the women, like that much, and then like these are the guys, like that much. Yeah. Like most of my friends that I talk to on social media, like that much are women and like that much are guys. But there's also the other reason that I would want to talk to you is the fact that you're college aged, so you're fertile. That's a cool shirt. It says Street Dreams on it. It's like all this money. People do need some money. Man, you work your ass off, they don't give you anything these days. I'm on Patreon and Venmo. If you want my Patreon and Venmo information and send me money, just hit me up, DM. It's all in my Instagram bio. Venmo, if you just want to send me money, I'm good with that. If you want to subscribe to a level on Patreon, the lowest level is $3. You can get some of my writings. I don't really contribute a lot to it, but if you subscribe at that level, I think I'm not even going to say, it's that video level. There's some videos on there, and once I get a subscriber there, I promise you I'll hit you up and put up at least 3 exclusive videos a month if I get a subscriber at that video level. There's already some there to watch. My writings, I have some manifesto that I wrote. I've written a lot of manifestos. A lot of them are in storage from like when I was in high school in the 90s at my parents, and stuff that predated the Occupy movement. People get all mad when I say libtard, but I mean, I'm an anarcho-communist, so to me the libtards are conservative. Liberal and conservative are not really opposites. There's a left and the right. We call the right wing in this country liberals and conservatives. The rest of the country, the other half of the country that don't have political representation, are the left. Because Republicans, if somebody is a conservative, they always vote Republican. But if they're left wing, only about half of them vote for the Democrats. And it's actually a lot more than that. It's probably more like half the country is left wing. It's only a select few of the left wing vote Democrats, but all the conservatives vote Republican. Even like the white power guys. There's a few that don't because they're not conservative enough. But I'm sure David Duke votes Republican. He doesn't anymore because he lives in Czechoslovakia, because he's in exile for being a hate criminal, where Trump should be because he's a hate criminal. See, just because I say libtard doesn't mean I like the Republican mindset on politics. You could be a Republican. I have friends that are Republican. They understand that I don't really have that's not me, you know. Most of the country is left wing. It just, they don't identify with the Democrats because the Democrats and the Republicans are footed by billionaires, and that's not us. We're the left wing, the communists, the anarchists, and the socialists. I'm an incremental Marxist myself. I think we need to begin with democratic socialism like Bernie Sanders is saying. And I've been that way since 1998 when I was a senior in high school. But I've always identified with anarcho-communism. I used to call myself a libertarian socialist, but I'm actually more a anarcho-communist. It's basically the same thing. It's just more hard-hitting of a term. And so like last year I started calling myself an anarcho-communist. But a libertarian socialist is more or less the same general area. What that means is I think that all jobs should pay the exact same wage a year. And we should take the money that the billionaires have and recycle it into education and health and things that the people vote on that we need instead of the politicians. I don't think we need politicians. I think we could do a direct democracy. People are always like, well, Switzerland has a direct democracy, but they're small. They got the cantons, which are basically counties of Switzerland, because Switzerland is very small, like the size of a state. So they have counties instead of other states. And they're cantons, and they have a direct democracy for Switzerland. But they still have politicians, so they have both the direct democracy and politicians. So they always say, well, it works in Switzerland. Well, with the internet, we're all small. We can all link together. You know, should I smoke this weed? If 1% of the city votes yes, then I will. And only 51% of those 1%. Something like that. All those measures. You can do like 10 citywide measures a day that would ostensibly be more than that, but you know, it'd be like stuff that people propose, and they could be like 150 word count, and you can amend it once. So within 24 hours you'd have a new law or a change to a law, but you'd only do 10 a day. So it would be like there would be a lot more going on in change wise, and you can get immediate things like this parking ticket. This cop is harassing me. Should I tell this cop to stiff it and then I don't have to pay this parking ticket? And you ask, and if 1% of Spokane votes yes, then 51% of those vote yes, and 1% vote, and 50% of those vote yes or more than 50%, like 50.001%, I don't have to pay my parking ticket. I just ask and I get a result within a minute or 30 seconds on those quick measure type of things. But then like the major city things and federal things, 10 a day at the federal level, something simple. 10 changes. You have some things where you can't do, like no racist things, no like killing of children. We identify what children are. No killing of other human beings. That might be mine. But I would put up like a constitution of things you can't change. No having sex with animals, stuff like that. All drugs legal as long as you're a consenting adult of 21 or 18, whatever we decide. Then you can put things. So we make cars illegal. I might put that up, you know. But you have to have a binding thing before that, otherwise you might get some murders. You know, the left and the right wing don't really like each other very much. There's more left wingers than right wingers in this country. Should we kill the right wingers or just give the left wingers a voice? I think we just need to take away all the politicians, fire them, and then pay everybody every job from a CEO to a restaurant worker the same wage, 1 Bitcoin a year. Alright, so I'm here at Adelano's. It's the best restaurant in Spokane. I come here once a week, at least. Sometimes twice, sometimes 3. Weeks where I get sushi is once a month, so I still come here. I have enough to come here at least once a week. Sometimes 2 or 3. Best burritos in the world. Best burritos in the world. Like, look at the size of this thing. This is just like, this one is the, what is this? This is something new. I got the carne asada. So it just carne asada beef, guacamole, and salsa. And their salsa is hot, and I got some extra just in case. I usually get a sour cream, but I didn't have enough for sour cream, so I just got this. There's carne asada, their fresco salsa, and guacamole. I love their guacamole. See, okay, this isn't too hot. The Supreme is a lot spicier. Man, the first time you get that taco salad, and then you put the hot sauce on it, and not knowing how hot that hot sauce is, I've done that just on purpose after that. I'd say the best thing on their menu are the tripe and lengua tacos tied. Like those dollar tacos that you get at Taco Tuesdays in some places, but like fatter. Pretty much the same thing, but like beef tongue and stomach. This hot sauce, I'm not sure what kind of hot sauce this is, but it's hot. It's the hottest restaurant sauce I've ever had. I think this might be one of the hottest sauces I've ever had. A lot of people wouldn't say it's too hot, but for me it's the hottest sauce. It's not habanero, but it's pretty hot. I mean, if you're my girlfriend, we'd come here at least once a week. I have enough for 2. We could do that Churchill's once a month. Eating a lot of burritos. Like all this cost me a little over $10. When I get the sour cream, it'd be about a little over $11. Now the tomatillo sauce isn't spicy. You could drink this. Got 2. Just this refreshing. Adelano's in Spokane. These places are everywhere. They're San Diego-based restaurant, family-based. There's one in Vancouver, Washington. But they're all over the place on the West Coast. Started in San Diego, so there's so many. And there's several in Spokane. I know at least 3. I think there's another one too. I've eaten at 2 of them. The other one's out by Yokes and Airway Heights that I know about. Another one's on Sprague, pretty close to Walmart, close to Jack in the Box. I've eaten that Jack in the Box. They suck. Jack in the Box sucks. Yes, they have forks. I just want to show you how great this is. I've never had this one before. So, I mean, if you were my chick, once a week with this shit, plus maybe like Churchill's once a month, that's a $250 meal.
sour cream.
What's that again? Super breakfast and what else?
Super breakfast real medium drink, and a little bit of sour cream.
At least you're fertile. I had some pumpkin seeds in my pocket, so I put those on. Got your hot sauce and tomatillo sauce. They also have a liquor license, so they have like 20 different kinds of beer and like 5 or 6 of these different like fruit drinks. I don't know, some Mexican fruit drink. I've got every one of those fruit drinks. Gotten beer here a couple times, just sat here and just got drunk. Okay, so the game that I'm working on has a world record element to it. If you're doing art for me, I will let you know. But this is going to take a year to make. So I know I said the board game I was making was going to be called Cheesemongers. Well, I'm changing the title of that, and I won't reveal what that is for a year. This game is going to take no art. It's going to be just simple colors and lines that I'm going to do myself. The cover art is going to be very basic. But this is a game that's going to fetch perhaps a world record for a certain attribute of it. It won't be the most expensive game ever made. Not even close. But I can't tell you what it's going to cost. It'll have that world record element in it. And if you know me, you won't know when this game is being launched next year. I'm not using any artists, it's just basic lines and drawn shapes that I'm going to do myself. The cover is going to be very basic. It's going to be under a completely new name. You won't know, as my friend, that I created this game. But in a year, I'm going to create this game. And I have it all set up. The instructions and everything are going to be written. I have a paragraph written of how to play it. But it's going to be released in July of 2021. I said 2023, but I figured out how to make it unique. There's very little luck in it. It's highly complex. Like I said, there's elements of the game Roads and Boats, and there's elements of the game Advanced Squad Leader. But it's not like Magic the Gathering. And it's not like Cafeteria Uprising, my former game. And it's not like Magic Realm. It's not that deep, but it's still fairly deep. It's all about building farms in order to manage a king. And you can have up to 2 kings per player. But you have to build at least 4 farms in this game. This is the final video that I'm going to do describing this board game I'm designing until July of 2020. And then I'll do more videos, but you won't know it's me. Top secret project. Everybody working on it can't know anybody else, but that's fine because I'm the only one working on this project. Basic colors and lines. Very deep. A bit like Roads and Boats. with a strategy game element. So like Rows and Boats meets chess.